Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is Tristan, and today in this video, what I got going on for you guys, man, is I got probably one of my final videos discussing the BRED Reimagined, at least for a little bit. We'll be done with it. But I wanted to give you guys a price update, maybe for some of you guys that are holding on to some pairs of these, mainly in the big sizes, 10 through 13, right? Or 13 plus, 14, 15. Once you start getting to those sizes, you're really getting in to some rare items. Like if you have a 14 or 15 in these, you should just keep that and forget about it for a year or so. That's my personal opinion, because those in a year or so, you will probably be one of the only people with them, so you'll kind of be able to price them on your own, etc. But we'll get into this video. Just going to be kind of showing you all some of the sizes that have started to cross $300. I was a little bit wrong with this, I will admit, in terms of how quickly these would rise. I knew they'd go up, but I even said, I think in a video, maybe not my last video, but a video or two ago, I was saying, these would cross the $300 point in big sizes, but it might take, like a month or two. It took about a week. So let's get into it. If y'all want more content like this, feel free to check out my Instagrams, any of that down below. I'm selling. I do have some pairs that are dropping later this year. For example, 2024 Space Jam lows. I got some military blues, different sizes, Kobe Venice Beaches. I also have the Jumpman Jacks in a 9 and 10.5. In the sale colorway. So if anybody's interested, I got lots of different pairs. Just feel free to hit me up. I'm buying, I'm selling, I'm trading. Just let me know. And I got some breads for sale also, but I'm mainly holding on to these, as I feel like most of you guys should be also. And if you are looking for a personal pair, the time is now, brother. The time is now. They're not the grade school restocks might happen, but the men's sizes that they're done for a good bit. We're not gonna see them just all of a sudden drop a ton more men's sizes. No. So let's just get into it. Let me show you all the prices. So first things first, as you guys can see, the current prices on these, mainly 10 through 13. Again, that was that range I'm discussing. This is really where you're seeing the money. But I mean, if you get a 14 or 15, that's solid. Like those are end up being sizes in Jordan 4s that you can sell down the line, especially a 14. I've actually been looking for a 14 in BRED Reimagined. If anybody has one that they're willing to sell, let me know. Obviously for a fair price. I'm not going to be paying exactly what it says right there, but I'll pay pretty close to it. But just because I know that is a size that is a little bit harder to find. But aside from that point right there, just mainly if I was looking to hold this shoe, I'd be looking for 10 through 14. As you guys can see, really once you get past size 10 yesterday was actually at 300. So I mean, just past size 10, these are starting to cross $300. And 10.5, 11, 11.5, 12. At this point, those ones are off to the races. They might, for a couple days, drop back down really quick. But I have a feeling that these are just, going to be heading towards 350. That's what most people have been saying online. They're, that's what a lot of people I've been hearing paying consignment price or going in store. They've been like, yeah, at my local resale shop, I was paying like 380 for these, or 350 or 400. So seeing that people are already paying those prices, I mean, these are going to go there, no problem, just because, I mean, there's tons of people already paying that. So, and if you're going through apps too, for like an 11.5 or 11, what are you paying after fees? I mean, I think that'd be close to $350, right? Maybe even a little bit more. So, kind of expressing that point right there, yeah, these are definitely going to be going up because, I mean, most people are already paying around $350 after all the fees and different things that, StockX, Go, Alias, all those places add in. And especially if you're going through those apps and, choosing the express ship option, yeah, I mean, you really got some folks that are paying up for these already. So, my personal opinion, hold on to these. Do not lose them. Just keep them. You can definitely forget about them for a bit, but make sure you just buy some pairs and then don't sell them for a year or two. That's what I would do, honestly. Now, one main point I want to mention, because this was bringing some confusion I noticed in the comment sections. I'm not saying you have to hold this shoe for a year or two. I'm saying, personally, what I think, if you want to see some real money from your hold, like make it actually worth the time, like if you go out your way, put up a bunch of money in it, right, and you actually want to make some money off it, hold these for a year or two. Don't just hold it for 6 months. Don't just hold it for 8 months. You will make some money doing that. These will go up in price, but it's not going to be as much as it would be in a year or two. Just being honest, because it's a classic timeless colorway, all leather. I mean, it's a remake of, it's the classic BRED colorway. I mean, look what the 2019s go for. These aren't the 2019s, and these had more stock, so I'm just going to, get those points out the way too, because that, obviously brings up some confusion sometimes. But these can still head to $400 easily. I mean, they're going to head to $350 first, That's a pretty obvious thing to say. Obviously, they would cross 350 before, going to 400. But I'm saying realistically, sooner or later, I think 350, then 400, and then who knows where they would go. But getting to 400 would take a little bit longer, and that would mainly be in the big sizes. And if we're really going to narrow down, I would see that realistically happening in like 10 and a half, 11 and a half, maybe like 12 and a half. Just some of the sizes that are a little bit harder to find down the line, and people will pay up for them down the line too. Consignment or, just buying them through apps locally, whatever it is. And they just end up being the ones that you don't see restock down the line. Like there'll be like 50 pairs of those sizes, just pretty much none of them, because they don't produce as many of the big sizes. So hence why those are the ones crossing $300 right now. So personal opinion, look for 10 plus in these. That is what I'd be doing. If you're looking for a sneaker hold right now, 10 plus in these. There you go. Easy option. 10 plus in these, any of the Powerpuff Girls. Obviously, I would save some cash because we have a lot of really good SBs on the way. Some that are very limited. We also have, I think, some Travis Scott drops potentially coming, and the Yeezy drops are starting to happen again. So we might see some potential profit there, with some slides, other things like that. Some good personals in there too. So just a couple things I want to mention. But yeah, I've got like a lot of size 11s. That's like the main size I've been holding in these. Obviously, none of them I'm selling right now, because these have gone from 280 to, as you guys can see, 310 in a week. So there's definitely a little bit of a demand surge for the BRED Reimagined, but also I think that shows that there isn't as many as people were thinking. Like that this is a theme with Nike at this point, where there just is not enough pairs for releases. Like, people will take their L's and then run to apps. That's just what happens, because there is never the men's sizes weren't sitting. I know a lot of people were saying, oh, the men's sizes were sitting on sneakers. They were not sitting. Nike was busy selecting entries, and it took 25-30 minutes. Same thing that happened with the Lost and Founds. People thought those were sitting for an hour and a half. No, Nike literally broke for an hour and a half as they were selecting people. I remember getting my dub an hour and a half later on a 10 and a half. So that's the exact same thing that happened here, except it took 25 to 30 minutes. And it was just basically Nike having some lag. So yeah, these haven't, I just want to address this. These have not been sitting anywhere, right? If you put in the footwork, it was definitely a little bit easier to get pairs, compared to most people. Most people just put in maybe a raffle entry or two, entered on sneakers, that was it. But if you actually really, really, really wanted some pairs and you were entering everywhere in your area, I know some areas have tons and tons of shops. Like my city has a decent amount. We got like Champs, Foot Locker, I think we got City Gear, Hibbit. They're like, we got a few, but most of those places are already backdooring. I do have like my local plays like Dick's Sporting Goods, stuff like that, but I mainly just focus on the online game, since there's a lot of potential there as long as you just focus on it. So that is it. Hold your breads. That is the easiest thing I will say, but the main thing I will leave you with in this video, and these are starting to cross 300, 10 through 13, 14, 15, any of the big sizes, basically, just once you start getting past 10. So and I'll show you all the grade school ones. These are all right. Again, you can see 7Y, 6.5 Y. These ones have recovered pretty good. They were at 170 a week ago. Now they're up. So it just shows you definite demand. And this is the main reason I'm saying these are going to be such an easy hold. Just go look at the Reimagined 3s. These had tons and tons of stock. These were at 250 in big sizes. Now look. You see what I'm saying? Not at 250 anymore. Like $310. And look at what big sizes are going for. See what I'm saying? Some of these are going for, like, look, 11 and a half in these are going for, look, 11 and a half in these is going for less than this. That's not going to last for long. So just giving y'all an example. If these rose, these are definitely going to rise. So I will leave it at that. I'm not saying these are bad, though. I love this pair. One of the best everyday pairs that dropped of last year in terms of Jordan brand. So that's why I'm going to leave it at. But yeah, if you all want more content like this, feel free to check out my Instagrams. Any of that down below. Don't forget, I'm selling a lot of stuff. Y'all can just check my story. High-end pairs, low-end pairs, whatever y'all looking for. Just let me know. Shoot me a DM. If you're selling stuff, shoot me a DM. And if I haven't gotten back to you, shoot me another DM, and I should see it, and then I'll get back to you there. Some of y'all were stuck in my hidden requests. It happens. Just, again, message me again. I should see it then. But that's really going to be everything I need to mention there. Let me know if y'all are holding any breads. I'm going to end that screen recording. And, yeah, again, I'm T. Please don't sell your pairs of these if you have them, unless you got to. But if you have to sell them to me. You know what I mean? I'll hold on to them for you, and then you can come back and get them. All right. That's it. I'm T. Thank you guys, and I will catch you on the next video. Peace.